Oh, shit. Thanks for blazing in, getting Cloudy and Rowdy on the motherfucking Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast with Tommy Easter. Live at Marty's on the main stage on a Savage Saturday. It's been an eventful day for me, you know. I woke up quick at about noon. Thought I had to be at Willie Mac's real soon, you know. I went out on the bully. I tried to sell some tours. They wasn't buying, acting like a bunch of whores. I don't know why I'm rapping all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't sell shit, you know. And then I was in a rush to get to Willie Mac's house, you know, because I Googled it, and I'm like, by car or Uber, it's like 20, 25 minutes. Bus was an hour. I was like, fuck it, I'll leave work 12:30, you know, take a shower, and then leave around 1, get there around 2. You know, I figured it said from 2 to whenever, so I didn't have to be there right at 2. And then I ran into this little fucking, I never talk about getting pussy. That's one thing.
Where does he live?
I don't know. It's over in California. I mean, I don't know, Mitch. Fuck. It was only like, what? How long did it's not far, is it, Jim Beam?
It wasn't too far at all.
Wasn't too far at all?
Not far at all.
You guys are coming in.
So we got we got Mitch Phillips here. He lives here at Marty's and shit.
In? You guys hear me?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I hear you good.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Can you not hear yourself?
Hola, guys. What's happening?
Hell yeah.
I can hear you.
I call Mitch the
You are hot as fuck in my cans, bro. Jim
hot in the cans.
Coming in like his
better?
fucking great grandfather's bourbon. Yeah. That's great.
Cool.
Fucking awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
I call Mitch the Tasmanian Albanian when I bring him to the stage.
Bruce Springsteen of comedy. Hashtag.
Bruce Springsteen of comedy.
Hashtag respect all women. I'm all about it. What's up, guys?
Here we go. Hell yeah, man. Fucking so I had to get Mitch to fucking open Marty's for me today because I was at Willie Mac's birthday party and I was late and shit.
That's what I do. I do things in the clutch.
Hey, listen, man. When I tell people I'm gonna be somewhere, I'm there. All right. And I told this girl at this last comedy show I'd be there for the Mac Man. We play ball together. You know, that creates a big bond between people, man. I instantly knew I was gonna like Willie Mac when he told a story on stage about knocking the motherfucker out for not having his money and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then he told another story after that about his own brother knocking his tooth out and they fighting at a family thing. And I was like, this is my type of people right here, you know what I'm saying? I fucks with the Mac Man.
Well, he's St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I can't wait to have him on here one day, but like so I go
he's like too polished.
So check this out. I'm on my the other night, remember when I said I had to go to the other Ralphs because the rock and roll Ralphs don't have shit, okay?
Yeah, I prefer that one.
So I have to go to this other Ralph's down La Brea, right, and to get Frosted Cheerios, amongst other things, because this other Ralph's don't have shit, right? Rock and Roll Ralph's sucks a dick. So I go down there, I get my Frosted Cheerios.
It's still rock and roll, though. They're on brand with sucking dick.
Right, yeah, they're on heroin and sucking dick. It's rock and roll over there. Yeah. So I come out with my Cheerios, and there's this little hooker bitch. I can tell she's a hooker, but she don't look that bad.
Can I get $11 for a hotel room?
No, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm going back to my van. And she goes, oh, can I come with you and party? And I go, I don't have any money, girl, you know? And she's like, all right. And she was like, well, do you party? Do you? And I was like, all I do is weed. Because I know what they mean when they ask you that, you know. And she goes, okay, well, so, hey, you smoke a blunt with me? Maybe we can have fun. And I was like, because she wasn't half bad looking. Yeah. So I was like, all right, come on, you know. Because she ain't like, she's Dominican or something. Yeah. And she had a fat ass. So I take her back to the van, roll a blunt, we start smoking it, she starts sucking my dick, boom, boom, boom. You know, bang, bang, bang. We're fucking.
Weed's
right?
like a hooker coupon?
Obviously. So fucking. So check this out. So of course I'm in a hurry today to get to fucking my van. To get to my van, I was going to get to my van, make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, put some lotion on, and hit the bus, and be like 30, 40 minutes late to Willie Mac's party, which is an average okay time because it's a black person's party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'd have been right on time actually, and fucking see that bitch again, like, and then she's like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I was like, "Nothing." Going to the van. She was like, "Can I come with you?" And I was like, I'm in a hurry. And she was like, "You ain't like this pussy?" And I was like, yeah, I mean, it was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, so I just want to come, you know, ride that dick again. And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's go, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, can you smoke some weed with me? And I was like, all right, fuck it, you know? So Man, I had to fuck that bitch again today and smoke some weed with her.
it.
You know.
God damn it.
So it's all of a sudden became a rock star life out here in California. People, I don't know what to tell you. Hello. Bang, bang, bang. But what about you, Mitch Phillips? Let's dig into the mind of Mitch Phillips. Let's see. I know you grew up in California.
Yeah, for the most part.
But what brought you to Hollywood?
I think it's what brought everybody to Hollywood. Is this? Am I coming
Switch
in?
you out, yeah.
Yeah, because I hear you distantly,
It's
like you're in a
Marty's
cave.
mic. Fucking
Check. No, I'm still out.
go,
No,
go, go.
I don't hear you.
I'm at. Oh shit! There we go.
there he
I'm
is.
hot.
Oh,
I'm hot.
nice.
There's Mitch.
I
There
think
we
I'm hot
are.
for the first time.
Welcome, you are.
All right, so to recap, yeah, mostly from Central California, Tehachapi, Bakersfield, Lancaster, Palmdale area. I came to Hollywood because I'm a broken person, like everybody that came to Hollywood. but at least I know what fills the holes in my heart. It's not peanut butter. It's not alcohol. It's attention. So I found the right place. Looks like.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like putting
Definitely.
on dresses for my attention and like smoking crack in a tent. So it's
long-
working out so far.
How long did it take you to find Marty's? Did you find it after me or before me?
Oh no, I've been here for like 3 years. This is the second place I came.
Really?
Yeah. First day I did comedy. I did the Meltdown, and then came over here Monday night.
Uh-huh.
Did a Rock Paper, and then this was the second place I came.
Rock paper. I remember doing rock paper.
Rock Paper before it started looking like Compton outside,
My second place. too.
according to the owners.
That's what got the place shut down, by the way. Mitch
Yeah.
isn't just a racist person.
yeah. That was a quote. They're like,
Somebody that ran the place said that that mic was starting to look like Compton, and then fucking they stopped doing a mic there. So fuck them, you know, because Compton has some good chicken.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to roll soon. I got a show. Doing that freak show, CIA.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah, it's a
crazy-
it's
shouts
crazy.
out to Cyrus.
Yeah, Cyrus and Tuesday.
For booking a damn good show over there.
Yeah, it's a legit
Nice.
show, packed room. It's a packed building. Like people are fighting to get in the showroom, but
Hell
they got
yeah.
TVs throughout the whole place. I'm excited.
Yeah. He don't book me because I told him that if you don't pay your comics, then your show's just a booked open mic. And I think he feels a certain way about that. But, you know, hey, it's all good, bro. If you do decide to book me,
Yeah,
I'll
mean,
bang,
it's-
bang, bang that motherfucker to pieces. Hello.
Yeah, it's all good. I pay people $90 minimum for the shows I put on, but I'll take any stage time I can get.
Hell yeah, there you go. All right, well.
I'm outie.
All right, Mitch.
See you,
thanks
buddy.
thanks for stopping through, brother.
Thanks for the time.
Hell yeah.
Even though I was coming in for 8 minutes. Peace, fellas.
Peace.
All right. Do we need to take
Yeah, man. Young podcast.
Marty's? People come and go.
People come and go. Like the South and the snow. It usually starts at 5 on the weekends, but it's like this every day early. You know what I'm saying? There's never no one here early. They're having the showcase tonight. Starts at 10. Yeah, Jay Green, everybody going to be on there. Everybody's at Willie Mac's birthday right now. I just had to leave there early. Like 20 minutes away.
No. Down Western.
In LA?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still don't know Cali good enough. People ask me where shit is. I'm like, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, man. Fucking, I'm out of weed.
It's
It sucks,
unfortunate
you know?
podcast, too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast, and I
Got half
smoked
a
all my
joint.
weed at the birthday.
Half a
Shit,
joint.
you know? But they had, dude, it was great, man. His girl has, like, this real southern-looking home. It's hardwood floors and shit in it, and fucking, it's real huge. Nice big dining area. They had, like, a big table with big, like, all these different servings of shit, you know? It looked like Thanksgiving or something, man. It felt like home.
It
felt
looked
like
really
home.
formal from the outside. Like,
Yeah, bro, it was
felt like
badass.
a wedding was going on back there.
Yeah, they had a little red carpet rolled out for the Mac Man and shit, a
The white
DJ.
tabletops.
You know, it was cool, man. It was a real good time. I hadn't had a plate like that since Christmas. That's what I was telling them. I go home for Christmas every year, and that's the only time I get really like home cooking or anything.
Same.
They had banana pudding, fucking peach cobbler, you know. It was the shit, you know.
Southern hospitality.
Hell yeah. Definitely. You want to hop on? Oh, okay. That's cool.
What Marty? You don't get here?
Nah, I run the place on Saturday.
Really?
Yeah. And give out 10 minutes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's always so light like this. That's why I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing a podcast early, and give people a chance to hop on it and shit. I get a little following because I used to open for Joey Diaz, shit like that. So give people a chance to get a little, get their little shine on. I guess it's fun. The Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast. I usually got a blunt fired up, but fuck, I smoked my last blunt. Let's see. What else? Man, had 2 real good days on the boulevard. Made $100 back to back in only like 3 hours. In like 6 hours, $200. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's all. Hey, that's all you can ask for right there. That's good shit. And then today was busy. I bet you Kyle had a good fucking day because
I went down.
I almost didn't want to leave.
It was fucking
Packed,
madhouse.
wasn't it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I fucking missed out on a good day.
Yep.
But hey, that's what you do, man. Like I said, if I tell somebody, like, that's why I left Willie Mac's birthday party early. My boy Zizou was there, and he was like, "You just gonna leave, man?" Fucking like it was crunk, And I was like, "Fuck, man, I didn't tell Marty I wasn't gonna be there." He depends on. Yeah, exactly. He depends on me to be here on Saturday, and I was like, I done called Mitch, told him I'd be a little late, but that's all I can be is late. I got the address right here.
What is it?
Here you go. I don't want to say it on my podcast. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, let's tell everyone.
What time is it going until?
Shit, they still there. I know that. See that last green bubble? Yeah, man. Because they got plenty of liquor, and Tumlin's there, and Jay Green, and McGorry, and Cal Hamilton, fucking a bunch of people still. A bunch of people's there. It ain't gonna take you. You got a car. It ain't gonna take you like 20 minutes to get over there, right?
25. Oh, it's at
Not
the house.
bad.
It's at the house.
Yep. Real nice place.
Oh, this is like in LA.
It's great audio.
Yeah, it is. All right, bro. Yeah, it's already 6:16.
Damn.
Got a super late start today to the
Yeah, we
Young
did.
Podcast and shit. But,
Right
I mean,
around.
that's just this. Listen,
This is how it is.
not to talk shit, but when I first took over Saturdays, officially, when Marty was like, all right, you can start hosting Saturdays, I thought all night, what can I do to make people come here, right? And so being the comic that I am, right? Because I feel there's a professional side to this that should shine through over who you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're really good, you got to have the talent to back up the professionalism. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're a real good professional, then you're going to be able to book yourself on shows that other people can't. And real good professionals can get themselves a long way. But then you got to have talent to keep yourself up there. You see what I'm saying? So,
Discipline.
yeah. And like, my example is, like, if you book yourself on a good enough show, but you ain't got the minutes, then what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, well then fuck it. I'm going to give out 10 minutes. As soon as I share this flyer about Savage Saturdays and giving out 10 minutes, it's going to be packed. And it's 6:16, and what do we see?
Chairs.
There ain't a motherfucker in here but me and Jim Beam. You know what I'm saying?
Open
And it's like,
micers trying to crash parties.
yeah. And you know why? Because they friends don't come. You know, they want to go to certain mics because everybody's there and shit. That ain't making you a better comic, though, homie.
You can't tag anyone right now on Facebook in here.
No.
There's nobody to tag.
Nah. And it's a sad thing because if I knew that, like, if I had an apartment, for instance, and I didn't have to come to Marty's every day, because let's face it, I'm here every day because I have to be here, or I'm going to be in LA Fitness because you can't be in the van with the fucking door open all the time. It drains the battery. Hello? You know what I'm saying? So that's my life. And hey, I ain't complaining. I chose it. All right. So people don't. Yeah, you can ask Jim Beam. You don't hear me bring that shit up to people out here. Motherfucker, I live in a van. I'm not Sam Pick over there crying and complaining. Oh. I'll be in a bad mood some days, but I don't tell people why. You know what I'm saying? I just be bitchy. Oh well, motherfucker. Then don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. Like Jay-Z said, it costs you nothing to pay me no mind. You know? But the fact is, if I had an apartment and I only had to leave to go do mics, I would look for where I get the most minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking minutes. Listen, people, when you call a booker and you say, hey, my name's Tommy Easter, I'd like to get booked at your show, I'm a feature act, right? He goes, okay, you're a feature? Well, we give our features 15 to 20 minutes. He don't say, oh, you're a feature? Are you funny? Because, of course, what am I going to say? Fuck yeah, I'm funny. I'm the funniest motherfucker you ever seen, motherfucker. Bang, bang, bang. Hello? Right? You know? And then it's like, what if I eat shit on stage that night? What if they don't like me? You know what I'm saying? So that's the point, motherfucker. Like, you got to be able to back up your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? If I get up there and I have only like, what do people do around town? 3 to 5 minutes? Some of the mics for the most are 7.
Minute.
Most of the mics are yeah. Like if it's a good mic, it's 7 minutes. So what if I get up there and I got like 2 7-minute sets? You know, at the most, or a 7-minute and a 3-minute set. That's 10 minutes, fuckos. All right, you still got another 10 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
It's the white one. Yeah, it's on the floor.
I'll give you a shitty one.
There you go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks, Mitch.
Thank you.
See you, man.
I wish I had reefer. Oh well, fuck it. Throw it out your mind. Throw it out your pocket.
Gotta push through, guys.
I got coffee, man. Yeah. Chain gang style, you know? But, so yeah, it's a sad thing to me to see this place this empty, knowing that we give out 10 minutes. That's all I'm saying, because I thought that, you know, comedy was about building your set, being as strong as you can, I thought that we were all trying to get to an hour as fast as we could and as strong as we could, have as strong as an hour as we could, as fast as we could, so we could go ahead and record it, you know, and start working on a new one, right? But, I mean, some of these people don't have that formula, obviously, because I don't know where they're going every night to equal 10 minutes in one whop. If you got to go to 3 different mics to equal 10 minutes, what did you do? Especially if you do the same set at 2 mics. Then you didn't do 6 minutes, dumbass. You did 3 minutes twice. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or am I just a fucking idiot?
No, man.
Like, if they do the same set, if they do the same 3-minute set twice, they didn't really do 6 minutes.
No.
They did 3 minutes twice.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what the fuck are they talking about? I did 10 mics in one night. Yeah, but how many different jokes did you tell? Did you do the same fucking set 5 or 6 times in a row?
Yeah.
Then you did 5 or 6 3-minute sets and a couple more 3-minute sets. You know?
Didn't change anything in between each one.
Yeah. So what the fuck? That's what I don't understand. I like the Hooters mic because it's 3 minutes in front of a real crowd. So what I can do is I can take a bit that I know is only like a minute and a half, at the most 2 minutes, and try to stretch it into a whole 3 minutes, you know? But I'm not going to, and it's free. Yeah. Hooters mic is free. I don't have to pay for that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? It's in walking distance. I couldn't imagine driving around the city, paying for gas, and then having to like either pay for parking or just risk it. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Like park somewhere willy-nilly. Motherfuckers getting their windows smashed out here. Crazy. Shit taken out their cars, right? And then to go pay somebody to do a 3-minute mic. And then, or some of the bars are like a 2-drink minimum or 1-drink minimum. I don't fucking drink, you know? So I come here, man. I make the coffee. I do 10 minutes. You know, on Saturdays, it's unlimited almost. You know, I don't know why somebody wouldn't be here. You know? Anyway, fuck that. Enough complaining. Hello. It's been a fun California day for me. I got some pussy. Got a good plate of food. Smoked some reefer. Drank some liquor. doing my podcast. Hello. Bang, bang, bang.
Solid day.
Very solid day, I'd say. You know? These motherfuckers, man. What else has happened? You know, I don't really keep up with current events.
What, like, you know, this is branching off from your Pear Smoke, this podcast. How did you, when did Pear Smoke start for you? Did you explain that last time?
No, I don't think I did. I'm trying to remember.
You've been doing that a while.
I know. And
Did
I'm
you
trying
do that before LA?
I'm on vodka right now, people, so. No, I definitely was doing it before LA. And I'm trying to remember right now if I was doing it before, if I started it in Vegas or Georgia. I can't remember if I want to say I started it in Georgia by my mom's pool. I used to call it Smoking with Thomas Easter and Richard Seymour. I had this Venus flytrap that I'd bought from Home Depot. And because I didn't think them things were real for the longest, you know. And then they were there, and I was like, whoa, check this thing out, you know. Like, you'd go out there in the morning, and you could hold it up to the sun, and you could see little flies in that they'd be closed, and you could see, like, different little bugs in there that they had trapped.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a plant that eats meat, you know? It's like a plant that sucks
I used to have
bugs.
some Venus flytraps.
Yeah, dude. So I had him on a little table under an umbrella out there by my pool, and I'd go down there every morning with a fucking spray bottle, and I'd spray him up, you know, and I'd blow weed smoke on him, and I'd periscope that shit, you know? But, yeah, so and then I brought him to Vegas, and he died. Oh, he died in the hot sun, dude. I left him in the van, and I came out because I had rented a room at the Stratosphere, and I parked across the street from it, and I left him in the cup holder, right? And I came out there the next day around like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon to like go see somebody and shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I opened the door, and that motherfucker was just flopped down, brown. Richard Seymour had died. Feed you no more, Seymour. Well, fucking A, man. I thought it would be more, at least a little more active than this by now.
Bring all these
right?
extra mics.
It's 6:26.
We played last time. We had so many people popping in.
Yeah.
You just try to do good.
That's my life in a nutshell, though. Hello. Anytime that you're prepared for something, like me, if I prepare for some shit, completely didn't need it. But if I go, I'm not going to need that, they'll have it. We don't have that, sir. Are you crazy? Like today, I thought I lost my lock at the LA Fitness. So I go to the CVS and I'm like, let me see. As long as it's not over $10, I'll buy it, because everything in that CVS is out of this world just because it's on Hollywood Boulevard, right?
Yeah.
And it was surprisingly only like $6.50, right? So I buy the stupid lock, but I'm like, I'm gonna keep the receipt just in case somebody turned it in or something, you know? And I go in there, no one turned it in. I go in the back, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go to the locker I was at yesterday, see if my dumb ass left it on the locker. Sure enough.
There it was.
Yeah, because we smoke weed at that booth while we sell them tours.
Yeah.
And I was probably so high, after I took all my shit out, I stuck the locker back on when I closed it, and I stuck that lock on there and locked it and walked away, you know? And so I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll go return this motherfucker, you know? And I don't know where I was going with that shit. What did I start off saying?
Not losing the lock.
But that wasn't my point. Fuck. I hate liquor, man.
Did you used to drink?
No. Ever.
No.
Why was I talking about that stupid lock?
People are listening like, God.
I know. Somebody knows. They're like, you were talking about this. You were trying to get to this. Yeah. But I'll think of it. There was a reason I was talking about that shit. Fuck.
LA Fitness selling. It's gone. Side effects.
Oh, what type of day it's been type shit. Right?
Yeah.
Because what? Oh, all right. So, yeah, this is what I was getting at. All right. Yeah. So, I'm like, so I got to return the fucking lock. This is what I was saying. Like, if anytime you're prepared for something, it doesn't ever, it's like, oh, well, then we didn't even need the type shit, right? So, since I had paid for the fucking lock on my debit card, right, I got halfway to the LA Fitness with just the lock and receipt, and I was like, oh, shit, I better go back and get that debit card, you know, because they're going to probably ask for it, right? So, I run all the way back into there, you know, get the fucking debit card out. I get all the way back halfway down the steps again and think, oh, fuck, I better get my ID in case they give me a hard time about that. Because it's the reason I'm like this, people, is because it's a bummy area.
It
all
is.
Right? And a lot of people go in there with stupid shit, and they probably hear it and see it all day. And I'm like, you better just be armed to the T with everything, you know? So I make another fucking trip back to get the ID. I go back down. I hand the motherfucker the receipt. And he just, and I go, I said, hey, man, I bought this lock because I thought I lost mine, but I actually got it. And he goes, oh, cool. He looked at the receipt and he goes, you want cash? And I was like, what? And he goes, you paid on a debit, so I can just give you cash. I was like, oh, you don't need the card? He goes, no. Didn't need my card, didn't need my ID, gave me cash right there. No fucking problem. I guarantee you, dude.
You find
I guarantee
receipts,
fucking you. If I wouldn't have had that debit card and that ID, then would have been the first two things he asked for. Huh?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
That's just, I think that's just how my life is set to
Sometimes
go,
they put
bro.
it back on the card.
So, like, last week, we didn't have a mic, and we wasn't prepared for people to pop in like that. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, of course, they were all here.
Here we are. We got it right now.
Now we got it, and it's crickets, you know?
Shit happen.
Hello? It's crackle noise.
Shall prevail.
Fuck it, man. You know, hey. But they're here to listen to Tommy Easter,
Man,
goddammit.
yeah, I'm already impressed with everybody.
Hey, man,
listening in.
I appreciate the love I'm getting already, the fucking support. You know, I know it ain't Uncle Joey's podcast, but I hope it's, you know, secondary to it at the best. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, fucking, you know, I don't know what, did you check the Cloudy and Rowdy email? No emails? So, you know, y'all didn't send no fucking questions and suggestions, did you? So what am I going to do? I'm going to go willy-nilly on this motherfucker, you know? Just reach in the sky, try to pull a topic down. What is he pulling? What is he pulling? What is he pulling? Not a goddamn thing, because there was no emails in the Cloudy and Rowdy fucking...
I feel like whoever has Cloudy and Rowdy with the and symbol is getting blown up, because it's Cloudy and Rowdy, but A-N-D. It's spelled
It's A-N-D?
out. Yeah.
I don't
Gmail.
know. I don't know, man. Maybe they
It's all
thought,
good, man.
you know...
You know, DJ Khaled, consistency is key, man. You're here.
Yeah.
It's Saturday. Boom.
I think that I don't have anything online for them to look at besides Periscope, you know? I used to have comedy clips on there, but I was so early into comedy. It was so stupid.
Man.
Most of that shit I don't even do anymore. I only kept that one up so long because it had so many views on it, you know, and but it's like, listen, man, I don't want, because I'm in that first stage, you know, that 1 to 5 year stage. I can't be putting shit online because I still do a lot of the same shit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and it's like, and I used to think to myself, motherfucker, you almost 3 years in and you still doing the same shit. What's wrong with you? Until the other night, I added a new ending to that Uncle Worm story. And it's like doubled the strength of that motherfucker.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? And, oh, man, it's like I'm excited to do the story again. There was a time, just 3-4 weeks ago, where I was like, I hate doing that fucking story. You know, I've done it so much. Mm-hmm. It was my closer for so long. And, like, I remember one night when Sam was in here playing drums and that weird bitch was here that was supposed to be his manager, right? And he was like, Tommy, do the Uncle Worm story for her, you know? And fucking I was like, pfft. So I did it, but I just half-assed did it, you know? And it was, like, unimpressive, you know? Even Sam was like, yeah, you just didn't want to tell that story tonight. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that on you, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, man, I only do that story when I'm feeling like it. you know. But now that I just added that new ending to it, it's like it's fresh again. It's fucking killing.
Nice.
And it's great to see that reaction. The payoff is worth it now, you know? So that's why you got to just stick with shit, man, even when it feels like you shouldn't. As weird as that, you know, weird as that is, and cliche as that might sound. There's a couple jokes I don't do anymore that I think I need to start doing again, but
Get them recorded. And
that's what Marty's
on
is.
YouTube.
That my problem is I don't like to hear myself. I think I sound so fucking country.
This will help.
You know, that I hate listening to my recordings.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got so many right now. And then that's another thing. It's like I got so many. It's almost like being like all these seasons behind on Game of Thrones. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want to start watching Game of Thrones right now. How many fucking seasons? You know?
29 seasons.
29 seasons?
Oh, no, talking about your recordings.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, yeah. But yeah, my recordings is way more than 29 seasons.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lot of seasons. So it's like,
I'm going to start The Simpsons. I've never watched it. We pick episode 1, I guess.
Yeah, like I was already, when I was doing all them shows with Uncle Joey, I was already not listening to them.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you know, I would remember, yeah, I did real good that night. It was fucking great. But I wouldn't come back and listen to that show because, you know, to me, I just sound like, hey, y'all, you know, it's crazy and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, the alien. This guy right here. Hey, you want to hop on the podcast real quick? Come here. Come here. Introduce yourself. This guy's interesting, people. He's a retired cop, right?
Yeah.
Fucking he's
Right
he's an old timer, you know. He got the cotton. In the prison, we would call him a cotton top. All right, have you heard that? Have you heard that from inmates? Put the headphones on. Put the headphones on. Introduce yourself. You put the headphones on so you can hear yourself. There you go.
Okay.
Should be good. Can you hear us?
You there?
Can you guys hear me?
Talk to the mic.
Talk to the mic.
Bam.
Boom.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Welcome, extraterrestrial.
Technology. Human technology. Man.
Human technology. Yeah, yeah.
It's getting there.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I just started doing this podcast last week.
This is a podcast?
Yeah, this is the second episode.
Oh, cool, man.
It's called the Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Except I'm out of cloudy supplies right now.
There you go.
You know, I figured we have an extra mic set up, so for just such an occasion, you know, for when y'all walk through the door and there's nothing
Hop
else.
on.
You
Appreciate
know?
it,
you
man.
hop right on. Hell
know,
yeah, anytime.
As somebody that's new to comedy and you being one of my teachers and mentors, I'm honored that you would allow me to join this, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
For real, man.
Thank you. Yeah, you've held your own out there on the smoke pad, so you're definitely welcome around Marty's. You know, a lot of people come, they catch a little hell, and then they leave like, fuck them guys, they're mean, I don't like them, you know. But
Never sue them again.
But you always come back, no matter what's said or what happens, and but you got the brain level, you know. Obviously, like I was telling somebody the other day, Marty. I was telling Marty the other day about Naz, right? When I first came into town, there's a comedian out here named Naz Janis, right? And when I first came into town, people would be like, "Oh, Naz is funny," and I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here! That dude is stupid," right? But like I told Marty, I started paying more attention to Naz, right? And fucking Cody and Mitch and Finn have big brains, you know. They're smart kids, right? And like they're so smart that they just lose me in conversation. I'll listen to what the shit they're talking about. But sometimes I'll go over there and I'll say wrong shit on purpose just to fuck with them, you know, and watch them get crazy. Right. But like I noticed Naz being able to hold his own with them dudes. So then I was like, oh, okay, this dude really ain't crazy, because I thought he was just nuts. Because he used to hang out with this other kid that's kind of nuts.
Okay.
Right? And so then I was like, I started paying more attention to Naz on stage. The motherfucker is a genius. The kid is great. All right, Naz fucking Janis, check him out. All right, he works at the Hollywood Improv. They're starting to give him more love, which he deserves, because that's where he really won me over. Was one night at the Improv, he brought a book back on stage and he put it down and he goes, Y'all don't like these jokes? Let me get my joke book out. And he pulls a phone book out of his fucking book bag, slams it on the stool. He said some weird shit. They didn't laugh, and he rips the page out and goes, fuck this joke. And he said another one, and it didn't work, and he ripped it out, and he goes, who's writing these jokes? Homosexuals? It was just a good shit. So, you know, and then I noticed, like, you can hold your own with them guys, you know.
I'm trying.
Like, you sit out there, you teach them shit sometimes, is what I'm saying.
Sometimes,
like, so I know that you're smart as fuck, because it's rare that Mitch shuts the fuck up and listens to anybody, you know, and Cody. Like, you know, they always got something to say and something to tell you and teach you.
Yeah,
you know.
they're sharp young guys, you know. And I noticed though there's to me there appears to be a real generational difference in conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, because the younger cats, you know, really bright, really fast, but they switch from thing to thing like this, and it's hard to get them to go into depth in one particular thing and then eventually evolve into another subject sometimes. So I have to admire the speed and the fact that they've absorbed a lot of information over a long, long time. Because that's really cool. Plus the technological expertise with iPads and cell phones and all of that, because I'm an old guy. I have about as much technological capability with computers and shit as a bowl of oatmeal or a lobotomized amoeba, man.
Yeah,
you know?
well,
that's hard for me. That's harder for me.
We definitely have technology at our fingertip, you know.
A lot of it.
And I don't take advantage of it enough. But, you know. But yeah, well, hey, yeah, I'm starting. I'm trying as much as I can. That's why this podcast is necessary.
Yeah, but even with that, you know, both of you guys are much more sophisticated in the usage of it than I am.
Well, yeah, but you just started comedy, so you got to remember.
That's true too.
Yeah, you got to remember what how new you are to this, and there's a time and a place for everything,
right?
You know, and them old school sayings, you know, they stay true to a lot of things, you know.
Sometimes,
and like I say about comedy, and I said it on the last podcast, it's very individual. What works for me ain't going to work for you, and vice versa. But not everything that works for me is not going to always not work for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Well, you know what?
You take the shit that you know will work, and you apply to it, and then you take it as far as you can go.
Right.
But like I tell people, don't be afraid to jump back on your road.
Yeah.
Because it's your road.
Oh,
and only your road can get you to your destination.
I'm seeing the same thing here with comedy that I did as a young jazz musician. You know, earning my chops.
That's another thing. You play a lot of instrumentals. You play a lot of instruments very well.
Yeah.
When did you get into music? At what age?
I actually started taking some percussion and drum lessons when I was a kid. Picked up keyboards from my dad, because my dad was one of the finest jazz pianists and accompanists in the business. But it wasn't until after I got back from Vietnam and started going to college that I decided to dedicate myself to it, and I majored in music, you know, for all the time I was in college. And by 1974, I joined the Musicians Union, and I started performing professionally.
Cool.
You know, and I did that for a lot of years before I went back into government service and became a federal cop.
What state and all that was that in?
California, and then tours.
So you was born and raised out here in California?
Yeah, I was born in San Francisco and grew up in L.A.
Oh, cool, man.
Nice.
Fuck, I could have swore you was like from the East Coast or some shit.
That's
you know?
that's the influence of my old man, because he was from New York City.
Okay.
Right, my mom and my mom's people were all Kentucky farmers for generations, man. You know, and the cool thing about that is that I was lucky enough to inherit some of my father's creativity as an artist, but I also inherited a lot of logic and environmental wisdom from my mom, and especially my grandmother, man. My grandmother's the one that gave me my really, really deep ecology, environmental spirituality, you know. My mom taught me how to critical thinking and logic and all of that, which, great as my dad was, he was smart to, when he got back from the gig, to give all the money to my mom and let her handle the finances, right?
Yeah.
Because my dad was brilliant, but when it came to organization like that, he's better off giving the money to mom, you know.
So What age did you become a cop?
I started to I got into law enforcement in the very early 90s.
What was your dad a cop?
No, he was a jazz musician.
So you just decided on your own, just fuck it, I want to be a cop?
It was a choice that I made because the stuff that I was doing at the time, I had gone. I needed a steady income so that I could invest in recording equipment and practice piano more for composing and arranging, right?
Uh-huh.
So, and as a professional musician, especially as a jazz musician, you're either basically starving at home and feasting on the road, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't do the study and learn more about composing, especially as primarily a drummer and percussionist, until I had a more stable income, right? So that's when I got back into the government service with the law enforcement, because after Vietnam, I already had the tactical skills and the mindset. And being a jazz musician, I was creative enough and smart enough to pass all of their tests, including psychological tests.
You was already trained to kill brown people. That's what you
Well, actually,
bang, bang, bang.
yeah. See, now that's the genius of Tommy, man. Instant kaboom, bam, 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 right? To tick it off. Well, just to be honest with you, I really don't care what color people are if I have to kill their ass.
Yeah.
I just don't care, man, right? Because that was never the issue for me. It's, okay, wait a minute, are you molesting a child? Are you raping a woman? Are you murdering people? Mm-hmm. Yeah, then I get to kill your ass as long as I'm willing to do all the paperwork. But now that I'm now that I'm retired, I don't want to kill anybody because I'm going to get arrested and there will be criminal charges and a civil lawsuit, even though I was a cop once.
Yeah.
Especially in California, man.
How long? How many years?
A lot of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So what, LAPD?
No.
Or San Francisco?
No.
Huh? You're not going to say?
No.
That's crazy. Yeah, got that blue blood. It stays in you.
It does.
That's wild.
Well, there's funny shit that happens on the job too. It's not all.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's
yeah,
not all
that's why I tell
confrontation.
prison stories. You know.
Oh yeah, I know. There's sometimes funny shit that happens in prison. You know?
Of course.
You know.
I had a dude one night. He was on stage. I won't say his name, but he was like, Easter. He goes, "You know what suitcasing is?" And I was like, yeah. He goes, "What's that?" And I was like, "That's when somebody sticks drugs in their ass and sneaks them into jail." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I guess apparently like his brother or somebody had been talking about suitcasing or something. And Henry Brown, you want to be next? Come up on here. Come up on the Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast, dog. And yes,
sir.
Hello.
You're still good.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry.
I can't hear anything.
But you're still going.
Yo.
See,
The alien has...
the alien is old and
alien
clumsy
has crashed
and
the
confused
podcast,
by
bro.
technology, man.
I can't hear myself.
Sorry. You know what, Tommy? I apologize, guys, for
You should be good.
my clumsiness.
That's all
Are
right.
we good now?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can.
Well, you know what? I've done
you-
enough damage since I've been up here.
You can dispatch your alien ship, and
That's right. And let's get the next.
we're gonna let
oh,
downtown-
look, we got another
we're gonna get
genius in the
downtown
house.
Henry Brown to come up here. Come on, Henry Brown.
It's a podcast, man.
Cloudy and Rowdy Podcast.
Hey, Tommy, thank you for your
No problem, man.
generosity and all the
problem.
knowledge, man.
Anytime, brother. Anytime.
Thank you too,
Thank
my
you.
young friend.
Oh,
Bye, humans.
shit. Hey, this is why I wanted to do it here at Marty's on the main stage, because we keep it, we keep a cycle. We keep
Just
it crack-a-lacking.
sit
I'm going to
Here,
go
just
make
sit
some
down.
coffee while Henry Brown's getting ready. Oh, shit, Jim Beam, hold it down.
Oh my goodness. Here we go. Everyone's leaving. Just set it on the chair.
This is real Doug
Yeah,
Stanhope.
just set it down.
Hey, am I sounding like I'm Stanhope?
Right.
I'm in the background. I'm like, yo.
I hear you back there.
Hey, I'm going to
What's
make
up, Henry
coffee.
Brown? Take that mic. Grab it.
Cool.
What's
Chad
popping?
Shaley's out
How
back.
much,
He's
man?
fucking raping
People-
a cactus.
Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Coming in here just destroying my shit, man.
So what's happening?
And then he just comes in here and destroys my shit.
What's popping?
Nothing too much. How have you been, sir? Henry Brown,
Good.
Jeremy Beam, not Jim Beam, unlike Easter likes to call me. What do you got going on? What's new in your life, sir?
Man, just, living, man. Nothing
Social
special.
media is more important than going on this, keeping this dead air going.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what's up. Just trying to see how live we are.
Nice.
Oh shit, I'm back. Henry Brown, downtown.
What
Henry
up?
Brown. Hey, this is one of my favorite motherfuckers right here, man. He comes through Marty's all the time. As soon as I met him, you know what I'm saying? We immediately hit it off. He gets on stage and he does his thing no matter what. It don't matter if it's just the chairs. You hear what I'm telling you? Huh? Tell him who you are, Henry Brown.
Henry Brown, you know what I'm saying? Comedian. Just out here, LA, just doing what everybody else is doing, man. Just, making our mark in this game.
Right? How long you been in L.A.?
I've been in LA for 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Man.
You been a comic the whole time?
Been a comic the whole time. Yeah, man. I moved out here. I'm doing stand-up. But I've been, since I've been out here, I've been acting and stuff, too. That's part of my game, too, man, is acting. That's something else I love, too. But as far as comedy, I never can put it down because that's where I started, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nice.
Where'd you start?
I started in Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, small town called Fredericksburg.
Virginia. I got warrants out Virginia. Y'all ain't shit.
That's the Commonwealth.
Bang, bang,
We
bang.
all got warrants. Somebody got a warrant for a damn electric bill.
It's a goddamn, what do they call it? A Commonwealth state.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I feel like
Man.
that's what Kentucky calls themselves too. They're
Them
Commonwealth.
pussy-ass
Everyone
motherfuckers.
calls themselves Commonwealth.
They caught me and my buddy Chris
That shouldn't even
Stevens.
mean.
Listen how dirty this motherfucker was, right? So we had been out in Virginia doing stores. I used to lay tile for a company named Chili's. And so there's a Chili's in every city and state, bro. So
Right.
from Florida to New York, I've been there. Hello? So we was up in Virginia, like Fairfax area, right? And we doing all these fucking stores. And we trying to make it. We done like 4 or 5 stores up there. So now we just did the last one. We trying to just make it home, okay? And fucking, it's like a 13-hour drive, right? So it's like 2 in the morning already. I'm doing fucking like 90 because there's no one on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This fucking cop pulls me over. I thought we only had one little shitty bowl left that was packed and in the console with a lighter beside it. Chris was asleep. I was waiting for him to wake up. Like, I was being generous and waiting for him to wake up and all this shit. Because he told me this was it. This is all the weed we have, right? So fucking, he's asleep. Cop pulls us over, right? Fucking, he comes to the window and he shines his light right on that bowl. I was like,
It's
oh,
right on it.
fuck. I forgot about it, man. It's 2 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get home. And he shines the light on the bowl and then on me. And then when he shined it back, it was gone. Chris said, you know what I'm saying?
Too slow.
Right? So he was like, y'all need to step out of the car, right? And so we step out of the car and fucking, he starts searching us. And he goes, where's that bowl and that lighter? And Chris was like, what bowl and lighter? And he was like, you know what I'm talking about. He goes, listen, if you just give me that bowl and that lighter, dude. He goes, we don't arrest you out here for possession. It's just a ticket. He goes, but if you lie to me, I'm going to fucking arrest you. That old cop shit, right?
Yeah.
So we give him the bowl and the lighter,
Damn.
and he puts us in handcuffs.
Mother.
Sits us in the back of his car, right? So I start cussing. Motherfucker, you said you weren't going to arrest us, man. This is bullshit. And he's like, I'm not arresting you. He goes, you're just in handcuffs right now. He goes, I'm going to write y'all a ticket. He goes, but I can't risk y'all doing anything crazy while I'm doing that, And so he goes, whose leather jacket is this right here? Chris goes, mine. He starts searching it. Fucking found another fucking like 1.5 grams. And Chris's inside pocket that he hid from me, that he lied about, that I thought we only had one goddamn bowl. Motherfucker, So then we get tickets for possession. And then I get a fucking call one day from this chick, and she's like, this is Thomas Easter? I was like, yeah. And she goes, you have a court date set in Virginia for dead? I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. He told me it was just a ticket. She goes, yeah, it's a ticket, but you have to show up for these tickets. I was like, nah. I was like, how much is it? She was like, $186. I was like, you want me to drive 13 hours to pay you $186? And she was like, yes, sir, you have to show up to pay this one. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Damn.
Well, we'll issue a warrant for your arrest. I said, okay. Peace out.
Right.
And I hung up.
So
I'll
you'll go
just
back
drive
to Virginia.
slowly through
So,
Virginia.
Yeah, I don't go there.
I'll drive the speed limit.
I don't know of any comedy clubs out there, really.
It is. It's
I just used to go to Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Yes, it's they got the Richmond Funny Bone. They got a Virginia Beach Funny Bone.
Yeah.
Cosy.
Damn. I like them funny bones, too, man.
Yeah, man. They got some good stuff. They got a lot of good hole in the walls, man. Out in VA.
I love them type of shows. I love bar shows, Cloudy and Rowdy shows, motherfuckers. I
Straight
love
up.
that shit. I got that bang, bang, bang for your ass. I got them young Uncle Worm stories. It's just it's a roller coaster of a ride, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So how long you been coming to Marty's?
Man, I've been coming to Marty's ever since he started, man.
Yeah?
For
Wow.
7 years.
Henry Brown, yep.
Yeah, man. This place is, I love it, man.
You've seen a lot of shit here, haven't you?
Seen a lot of shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff, man. Ups and downs, people in and out.
Yeah. Fights and shit.
Fights and shit. All that.
Oh, you was asleep in
Drunk
there the
stupid.
night I knocked old dude in the eye and then they took his knife. This motherfucker that night, Henry Brown was asleep
I was-
in the hallway on this little desk thing while we're fucking straight knocking a dude out. There's like 6 of us in there. I hit him in the ribs about 6 or 7 times. Then I blacked his eye up. Finn fucking choked him out. Then Henry Brown finally wakes up like, hey, what the fuck going on in here? Y'all, hey. I'm like, motherfucker, you slept through the whole thing, bro. Right there in the fucking hole, in the breezeway.
That
Like
was-
a
yeah,
little
that's right.
tiny
That's right.
ass
I remember that
3x3
now. Okay.
section. Like, we were
Yeah.
over top of Henry, fighting and struggling
I
and
think I had a
shoving.
witch on my back, man.
He was
Something.
just
I
asleep.
mean, I could see the whole thing, but I couldn't move, man. I was like, "Look it. What the
I
fuck
had
I'm
a
gonna
witch
do?"
on my back.
I remember just moving my foot and then like, all right, I'm gonna let Tom wear his ass out.
That shit was so funny.
It happened so quick, man.
Hell yeah. Well, that's because, people didn't see the whole, like, his whole build-up. That dude came in disrespectful from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm talking
right.
about?
That's right. Started in the back, right?
Started all the way
Started
back
in the
there.
back.
Then
Yep.
he came out in the smoke pad and he pulled out this knife and was like,
Yeah.
look how sharp my knife is. And he was like cutting shit with his knife,
Damn.
pointing it at people, fucking
Yeah, he was messing with people on stage while they was on stage,
cussing at
talking about
people
how
on
was
stage.
funny.
And then so we hear all this doom, doom, doom. And fucking I think somebody either yelled out Easter or just, hey! And fucking, so I come flying around the corner and Jose Treviso had him in like he had his 2 hands up like this and pushed against the wall, had him in like some military type
Right.
hold where his ribs were completely exposed. So me, with my boxing background, I just start giving him body shots. Doom, 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 doom. Because the dude was thick. He was one of them thick, bearded motherfuckers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm thinking, all right, when they're drunk, they have a lot of power. But if you start working on that body early, I'm telling you, it's hard to swing when
Yeah.
your motherfucking ribs hurt. And so when fucking Treviso let him go, he still had that like drunk power to him. And fucking that's when Finn came around the corner. And Finn remembered the knife. My dumb ass, I didn't even remember the knife. I was just thinking about hitting him in the ribs. Finn was like, he's got that knife. And he fucking grabbed him up like in a chokehold. And then that's when I lit his eye up. Pow! And fucking when he fell to the ground, Finn was on him. Finn had him in a chokehold and grabbed that knife out of his pocket and threw it out of the way, and I picked it up.
Yo, yeah, I remember just
Damn.
laying there. I was like, yeah, I remember thinking like, yeah.
And then
I knew
Finn
this shit
walked
was
him
gonna
down the
happen.
steps. Finn walked him down the steps into a chokehold, and I was just lighting his ribs up the whole way. Pow, pow, pow. So then when he got to the bottom of the steps and they let go of him that time, he crumpled down and goes, oh, can I just have my knife back? Like, the body shots had already worn in. There was no more swinging, no more aggressiveness. And we were like, no, you can't have your fucking knife back, dude. You just tried to fight everybody here. And he was like, all right, man. He just left.
Never came back.
Yeah.
And Finn got
That
a
was
new
the end of
knife.
his comedy career.
Now I haven't. No, I have the knife.
Nice.
Finn's smart. He don't. He's homeless. Finn
Yeah.
don't even sleep in the van.
No.
All right. At least I have the van. So like Finn gets fucked with by the police way more than me. So if they come up on him and they just feel like fucking with him and he has that knife, that's just a reason they can say, oh, you have a knife, so we're taking you in, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So he's smart, man. He don't fuck around and carry anything like that, you know? That's one person, if I ever fucking made it, bro, there'd be like a spot in my mansion or my little house around here somewhere for fucking old Finn, dog. Whether he wanted it or not, you know?
Yeah.
Fuck that, you know?
Cool dude, man.
Yeah, he's a good kid, man. He's never fucked me over. So,
No.
you know?
Yeah.
When my Cloudy and Rowdy shirts shrink down to unwearable size for me, I give them to Finn. He wears them to the Comedy Store. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. Free advertising.
Hell yeah.
Remember him?
Never forget.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah, Henry Brown. So, let's see. What else?
Yeah, man. Just sitting here at Marty's, man. You know, Marty's a good spot. Good spots to work out your stuff.
Yeah?
That's what I use this place for, man. And also, it's a good community at the same time, man.
Yeah, it's a family here.
It's a family.
It's a family, man. A lot of people in town, they fear it. They talk shit about it.
I don't know why they do that.
But they just, that's just because they haven't had the right night here, I feel like. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's some good night.
Like,
Yeah, you have
when
good
people come
nights
in
here.
and it's a good night,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and, like, they have a good night on stage, and they go out on the smoke pad, and we're all like, what up? We're smoking.
Smoking blunts.
Like, if they come out here and they have a good night, you're hooked.
Okay.
It's Marty's for life, dog.
Yeah.
It's like heroin. You know what I'm saying? If somebody sells you a bad bag, hello? Like,
Right.
if it's some shake, you come here one night and it's some shake.
Right.
You know? It's just a light night. It's just Marty in here talking about his dick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, we
Right,
love
never
Marty.
come
No,
back.
I'm not dissing on Marty, but like, if you know, and it's just a shitty night. Tommy Easter's on the smoke pad, pissed off. They don't want to come back ever again.
No.
You know, there's none of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are fucking magical nights here, man. That completely hook people and draw people in. You know, alien over there shaking his head and shit. That's why I had him on here, because, you know, like I said, I noticed him coming in, and you know, by appearance he's an old man, so you think, this dude ain't gonna last fucking long at all here. But he keeps on. He comes through with that fucking the big brain on Brad. You know.
Look at the big brain on
Let me tell you something about Henry Brown, though. This motherfucker, last 2 times I've been like fucked up on something. Henry Brown's been on stage doing characters, just fucking freaking me out. It's been the best thing in the world. I did ecstasy for like the first time, you know,
Right.
since 1996, like
Okay.
a couple weekends ago, and right when I was peaking, bro. Like, I was walking through here to go in the back room, and you were on stage going like, he was like making fun of new rappers.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh,
god!
that time.
Oh, it was like,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
like, whoa! I was locked in for like 5 minutes. It was the craziest shit. Then I went back in the back room and I closed my eyes, and all I could see in my face, in my brain, was
Used to be
Henry
sipping
Brown.
on it.
Yeah, Henry Brown.
Remember that? I was
Yeah, doing that
Scooby-Doo.
shit. Doing the
I think it was
Scooby-Doo rap.
Scooby-Doo thing. Sipping on it. I remember that night. Yeah.
Right? All right. And then last night, Darren Chase gave me a big ass cap, a mushroom cap. And I come in to go wash my face because it started hitting me hard, and
Oh,
you were on
shit.
stage
Looked in the mirror.
doing some other shit. Yeah, and I was like, Henry Brown's been lighting me up lately, bro. It's the best.
It's like, what the fuck did I do? I need to go back and look at that.
Oh, it was fucking funny.
Yeah, man. That's the best place. That's what I love about this place. You can just...
Back room.
Yeah, you can get up here and try
Always a hit or
anything, man.
miss, but
Oh, yeah.
when it hits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
that back room.
So there's nights that the back room will have 20 more people than that. You'll come out here and 2 people will be sitting out here, but 15
Back room, I
in
have
the
be
back.
like 10,
Yeah.
15 people in
Yeah.
there. Yeah. And rotating and around and shit, you know. Well, that's why people are pissed off about the changes, you know, the change in the back room, which I won't get into on here. You know, that dude, you know, I don't know. You know, I don't want to talk about that, you know,
Right.
on my podcast. I mean, I'll wait for maybe
This is,
I'll let Ron Bush get on
Cloudy and
here.
Rowdy with Tommy
yeah,
Easter
no,
on
I'll
the
let you know
Marty's
what I know when
podcast.
Ron Bush gets on here, he's gonna have a lot to say about that shit. Well, you know, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't care so much about the back room.
Right.
You know, Marty gives me 8 to 10 minutes no matter what.
Yeah.
Then I get to host. So I don't know. Sometimes if the right people are in the back room, I like to go back there and hang out and smoke. All right, but if it's locked, it's locked. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because here lately, man, it's like you don't want to burn yourself out on shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get on stage every single night. You know, there's some nights where, like here lately, I've decided, fuck it. If I don't feel like going up, I'm just not going to go up. I don't force myself to go up anymore because I found out that if I don't and I wait a couple nights, that third or fourth night after forcing myself not to go up, I'm so ready to go up. You know what I'm talking about, Henry? You knew where I was going, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'm so ready to go up that I fucking nail it, you know, and it feels so much better that I'll be on that high for another 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you might even tag a joke a different way because you feel so good on stage.
Right.
But if you force yourself to go up, you know, just because everybody does, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm way past that, bro.
Yeah.
All that, everybody does that shit. Like, I did 5 mics a day. I did 7 mics. I did 10 mics. All that shit just because everybody else does it. I don't. That's your thing. Yeah.
Doing more than everybody else.
If that's what helps you look in the mirror, cool.
Right.
I don't have to justify who's in the mirror. That's
Right.
Tommy Easter over there. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to do 10 mics. I can do 3 mics in a week if they were book shows and I killed every one. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a show Sunday, Monday, back to back. Long Beach, full of black people. They loved me, bro. Great show. Monday, dude brought me back on stage to laugh one more time. That's how I did it. It was at Venice on the beach at a restaurant. They didn't even know a comedy show was about to happen. And then all of a sudden, he was like, God damn, what about that last comic? Hey, will you come up here and laugh one more time?
Wow.
So I come back on stage, give them the laugh. They fucking liked it, you know. And then I think it was like Wednesday night, Rab's show.
Yeah.
It wasn't like the Long Beach show, but at one point, everybody there shut the fuck up and was listening to that Uncle Worm story.
Yeah.
And like a veteran comic explained to me one time, he was like, he came up, he was like, damn, man. He goes, everybody in the bar was quiet listening to you. And I go, yeah, my bad, bro. And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, I got to get some more punchlines in that story. He goes, nah, bro. He goes, they were locked in. He goes, you don't understand. They were talking all night until that story. That's like at a bar show.
Right.
Like, just because they're not laughing and clapping, but if they're turned around, they're watching, they're looking, that's almost the same thing as a standing ovation sometimes. That's almost the same thing as an applause break because they had shut the fuck up. They stopped watching the Dodgers. They turned around. They started listening to me. You know what I'm saying? And then, and he was right because at the end, I thought they were just giving me the normal, you know. That's another thing I don't like is how, like, somebody will get up there and eat shit for 8 minutes, but the crowd at the end will just automatically clap for them. It's like, if people would stop giving them courtesy claps, motherfuckers would up their game.
Learn.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you got to learn from
But people get up there and bomb the whole time, and they get that courtesy clap and think, well, I ended strong. No, you didn't. They knew your set was over.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Walk
man.
away in silence.
Yeah, the bar shows are definitely great training grounds, man.
That's
Those
why I
are the
give
spots.
Vegas. That's why I give Vegas so much credit, man. That to me is like a battleground for new comedians. I don't want to overflood the Vegas scene, but if you're a fucking new comedian, I'm trying to tell you, bro, you're not gonna come out here and Rogan ain't gonna scoop you under his wing and take you on the fucking road, homie. So if you need to get good where you're at a little bit, and then, man, Vegas, places and other places like Vegas, it's a battleground, dog. Them bar shows, and by the way, they're worth money.
They pay
Okay?
you.
They're worth $25, $50 a night just to win an open mic at that place. Then they'll book you at a casino show. It's a good way to get tough for a place like L.A. or a place like New York. I'm not trying to say them ain't the meccas and them ain't the best places, all right? Atlanta's got a good scene. Georgia's just a big-ass state. You better have a car. You better have some gas money. You better have a good job that lets you off early enough to get to them mics, all right? All I'm saying is Vegas is very small, the size of a quarter almost on Google Maps when it comes to going from mic to mic. They're a red light or two away sometimes, all right, every night.
Damn.
And it's just, I'm telling y'all, it's a damn good battleground and a damn good start to comedy. By the way, you reach a certain level for in Vegas, and the way I met a lot of these guys in L.A., headliners, was because they go to Vegas to headline. And then I was the opener from doing so good in Vegas. You know, I was the local opener for a lot of these guys. I know Mike Costa. I know Theo Vaughn. I know a lot of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Tom Rhodes. I love fucking Rhodesy, you know? So it's just like, dude, don't listen to. That's another thing I want to talk about. Maybe we'll save it for the next one because Jim Beam's looking at me.
Oh, you're fine,
We're
man.
running out of time.
No, you're
but
good.
I think that
We're at an
older
hour.
comics give a lot of old advice, right? Like saying write everything down. Now I know there's that power of the pen saying, right? But I feel like with our ability to bring our phones on stage and record our set and then listen to it later is just as strong as the power
is.
of the
You
pen,
gotta
if
listen.
not stronger.
You gotta
right?
listen to it.
Because
That is.
I know rap lyrics from my childhood. All right, I can hear a
Right.
song that I ain't heard in 20 years and pick right up back up on it, and I didn't see it written down not one time in my fucking life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I heard it as a rap tune. Okay, so if I can record a set, listen to it, it's just that, and so I feel that a lot of old school advice gets given, like, oh, it takes 5 to 10 years to get good, and it's like, no, it takes. I do agree, it takes at least 5. All right,
Right.
but I'm telling you that you can still be. Like nowadays, there's some people that can accelerate because we can get up every night, 5, 6, 7 times a night if we want to. All right. And by the way, we can get up every night of the week, no matter
Right.
what, in almost every comedy scene.
Yeah.
All right? Back in the day, that advice that they give out comes from a time when they couldn't get on stage, but 3 or 4 times a week, 4 or 5 if they were lucky. That
Oh,
was being
true.
a beast back then. You know what
You're
I'm talking
right.
about?
Yeah.
And then especially that would be like doing 2 open mics and 3 book shows or something if you did 5 shows that week. You
Yeah.
know? And it's like now, fuck, we can do mics every night, bro. We like Azizu, my boy Jose Azizu he's got a mic in his garage and his backyard. He can walk right outside and jump on a fucking stage if he wants to. You know? Or go right in his garage and shut the door if he's shy. That's a lot of people's problems. They're shy and shit. You know, it's like they feel weird being by themselves talking. But
Right.
when there's people around, then they know it's like, oh, okay, now there's people here, and I can say this shit. You know what I'm talking? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah.
Like me sometimes. Like if I'm practicing freestyling, if I think someone's peeping around the corner listening, I'll start slipping. I don't like
Right.
that. But if you're just there watching me, just come out and watch me. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm good. Or if I know I'm completely alone, I slay.
Yeah.
But if I think it's just weird like that. It's like a lot of old school advice out there. That's why I say that you should never be afraid to stay on your own road. Because there was a bunch of comics in Vegas that told me, dude, why are you going to Vegas? You're not even a headliner yet. How many minutes do you have? You know, which were legit questions. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. You know, how did they know that I was going to come out here and fucking Uncle Joey was going to immediately respond to me and fucking,
You can't
all that
predict
shit was going to happen. You can't predict it, So that's why I say, man, don't be afraid to stay on your own road. But don't also be when I say don't listen to people's advice, I'm saying just don't take it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like listen to what they're saying because you can learn something from everybody, but not everything they say is absolute. That's what bothers me. Like a lot of comics, they start telling you something in like an absolute way. You know what I'm talking about? Just because they heard Joe Rogan say it or something. And I ain't trying to trash Joe Rogan. It's just a name that gets brought up a lot.
Yeah.
Man, I heard that on Rogan. And it's like, well, okay, Rogan has opinions too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not fucking Google, you know? We don't say, hey, Rogan, search this. We say Google, So...
Yeah, that's the reason why we got in this game anyway, to follow.
Yeah, man. And I think the more individual you stay, the better off you're going to be. And that's what makes comedy and genres.
Yep.
That's what makes hip-hop. That's what makes country. That's what makes fucking rock. And we're getting away from that in a lot of other areas, even music, bro. Country sounds like rap now. It's the most horrible thing I've heard in my life, And it's like...
Everybody
Rap sounds like...
You're starting to sound like Nelly, huh?
Good luck naming what rap sounds like.
Right, man, you
Right?
got
Right? Rap is like, Jay-Z and
Yeezy.
they can talk all the shit they want about Kanye, but his music is great. I love it.
At least he's speaking words.
Yeah, man. He
I understand where he's going.
like Jay-Z.
He
Yeezy
has
was
a point of view.
Dude, Yeezy was on path to be like the next Malcolm X figure. And then somewhere he fucking with the Kim Kardashian. I think that's what fucked him up, right? Because he got on national TV and was like, George Bush don't like black people. Remember that shit? Like he was doing bold shit, bro. He was snatching Grammys out of motherfuckers' hands and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was bucking on white people. And then all of a sudden,
You gave up.
He fucked around with the devil, man. You know?
He gave up for the booty. He gave it all for the booty.
All for the booty. It was all for the nookie. For the nookie.
They'll do it to you.
Testosterone vampires.
Testosterone vampires. Yep.
All of the Kardashians.
All of them.
Testosterone vampires.
Testosterone
Wow.
vampires. Yep. How many minutes we at, Jim Beam?
Hour 10.
Hour 10. Hey, fuck it, dog. That's a wrap. An hour and 10.
Solid, man.
Hey,
Number
we
2
killed
in
the
the
first
book.
episode, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's been a fun day, man. It was Willie Mac's birthday. They had me
Nice.
on a little bit of vodka and shit.
It happens.
You know,
shit.
it happens. I usually don't drink.
I usually don't do this.
Came in
but,
weedless. One joint between.
I'm
five
weedless.
of
Yeah,
us.
we did a whole podcast without smoking one blunt.
Damn.
That's fucking insane.
So, yeah.
Gotta get you to the hospital.
That's not Marty's. That's not
Call
Marty's.
911.
It's not Marty's esque.
All
But
right, guys.
yeah, I'm sweating to death. So, listen, don't forget to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Parasmoking with Tommy Easter in the Van of Life at 420. You can get my boy Jim Beam at where?
Jeremy Beam.
Jeremy
At
Beam.
Jeremy Beam on Twitter.
Where you at, Henry Brown?
I'm at Henry Brown Fun.
Where you
at Henry Brown Fun, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Henry Brown Fun.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them.
Like a doctor.
Consistency.
Where you at, Alien? On Twitter? You on Twitter or anything? You want us to shout you out? He's at Secret
No
Cop.
social
I don't give
media.
you out. I don't give out my fucking information.com. You know what I'm saying?
GreenLeopard-inc.com.
GreenLeopardInc.com. That's him, bro. And I am at ATLian80 on Twitter, Mr. Easter on Instagram. And I love all y'all bad motherfuckers. Thanks for blazing in. Get Cloudy and Rowdy. Peace.